franchise gets set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Royce Freeman. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Mayfield now on 2nd down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now it's Freeman. And he spins past him and into space. And now running right through it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, Mayfield. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mayfield to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Lauletta. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And this is Shepard on the catch. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Lauletta back to the air. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield. He goes underneath to Freeman. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Steps away. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And now out come the Giants. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Loletta. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown! Royce Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Right back to him on first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. 20! Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, check. Patriot.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Here's Lawletta now on 2nd. And he's got it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Spinning past him. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Royce Freeman with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run with Barkley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Number
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it?
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Royce Freeman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Over! Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gone!
Mayfield on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Finding room to the 20. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Royce Freeman on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Eluding the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Back 99,
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Lauletta. They are going for it. And it's a fumble. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
First down, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Now the pitch to Freeman. Evades him at the 20. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd down. It's Freeman, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Lawletta. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A final shot before the break for Lawletta. Looking for Shepard deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recap? Calibrate and get this proverbial train back on track.
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun on third down, Lawletta. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Flushed out right. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. Uses the spin, and he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense. As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from it.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Lawletta. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to leave the booth.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Crash. Blitz.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 3rd down, it's Freeman. Oh, the spin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. New York set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch 88. Watch 88.
From the gun, here's Lawletta. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They toss to Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this offense continues to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. This one caught left side by Cooper. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A give. This is Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
All right, now, look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. How about the game that he has compiled here? So he has the 2 receiving touchdowns, and now that is his 3rd rushing touchdown. 3 plus 2. 5 total.
I'm telling you, you and your math can't beat you on that one.
Yeah.
You got it down. But how about the diversity of the day he's had? Just what you pointed out. 3 on the ground, 2 catching them. What a performance.
What a performance. If I get my numbers and colors down, it's going to be a real threat.
Just always remember, color between the lines.
New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. For even a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch.